Hi guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Neil here, and today's video is sponsored by Dan's Guitar Store picks. These are precision picks, these are the minis, and they're absolutely great. I use them all the time and they supply me with my picking power for the channel. Also, we are sponsored by Stringjoy Strings as well, guys. Huge thanks to Stringjoy for sponsoring the channel as well. Right, today's video is a bit of a video with a bit of a difference. It's it's a video with a difference. So this is not a playing demo or anything like that. I thought I'd take you guys on a guitar tour because the other day when I was just swinging around in my chair at my Mac, I looked around and I thought, wow, I've got some amazing guitars in this room right now. And I believe that the guitars that I've got in the room right now are the best guitars that I've ever had in here since doing the channel, or ever had on the channel. So I thought I'd go through the guitars in this room for you guys really quickly and tell you what I love about the guitars and why I think they are, you know, part of the best formation of guitars that I've ever had on the channel. I've had some great guitars on the channel, but I do believe that looking around at these guitars in this room today, there's a few behind the camera as well, that they all are great instruments, and I've really got a great collection of guitars. Now, some of these guitars, guys, are loan guitars, and other ones are like obviously guitars that I own. Some of them have been sent to me by brands. Most of the guitars that you will see in today's video have come direct from a brand themselves. So I will start over here behind me. I've got the Jackson King V KVMG. I think this one is discontinued now. It's EMG loaded, and to be honest, this guitar was my live guitar for the last band I was in. I basically only used, this was my first choice guitar, and I think I used two other guitars. One was because Jackson wanted some live shots of the Jackson Monarch when it was first released, so I used that one as a preference over this. And the other time was that this was in a case, and the case, there was a huge gale at the time. I'd lent the case up on the car stupidly. It was a hard case, and the wind took the case down the car park, and it kind of did a flip and a somersault. And when I got the guitar out, it was all out of shape Floyd-wise. The Floyd was totally off balance. It was almost like, you know, when you snap a string and your Floyd goes back. It was like that, but no strings had been snapped. I don't know what the hell happened. I was extremely worried about the guitar. So I had to use my standing guitar, which was a Slat XMG, which is also a Jackson. I used that instead. Great guitar, X-Series guitar. But yeah, that's the only two times that I didn't use this guitar live, and I absolutely love this guitar. I used it for download 2013, I think. I'll put some shots on the screen of that if I can find any. But yeah, great guitar. Used it live, every gig, no fail. It's very light, which is one reason why I liked it. It always behaved itself tuning-wise, apart from that one time when it flew down the car park. It's got satin on the back, a satin feel on the back of the neck, like a bolt-on feel. But as you can see, it's a gloss guitar. It's white, it pops on stage really well, but the main reason I use this guitar live for all that time was because it balanced so well on the strap. I'll just sling it over, actually. It's all knotted up, because I don't, with it being a V, I don't get comfy. I can't get comfy with a V on my knee at home. So the strap's there at this kind of level, so I can sit in this. I've not played this guitar for ages. Let's see if it's in tune. That's pretty good. Drop C. Wow, yeah. So the tuning stability was always reliable. As you can see, it sits up great on the strap. I'll just stand up for a brief second. There you go. It balances great, and it stays there because it's light. It doesn't move, and everything's easy. The only thing about the King V is that once you get past the kind of 17th fret, as you can see, it is a bit of a, it's not dead easy to get up high because there's some body in the way here. Having said that, ESP have got rid of that on their V, and it kind of looks odd. I don't like it. Great guitar, very unique guitar, and it was also my first guitar that I ever got through a Jackson endorsement, so it means quite a lot to me. It's the Jackson KVMG Pro Series. I had a black one as well that sounded a bit better than this guitar, but didn't I didn't use it as much. It didn't feel quite as nice. But yeah, so that's the first guitar. Absolutely awesome. Those used to retail around the £1,000 mark, give or take. I don't know exactly what they are now. Moving on, we'll go to this here, which is the favourite guitar, my favourite guitar in the room. I absolutely love this guitar to the extent where I hardly want to play it because I want to keep it exactly like it is. Now, I bought this guitar from Jackson direct, okay, through an endorsement and everything as a Jackson artist. It's absolutely stunning. Lambo orange, SL2 MG. Got the MGs in there. It's got the Floyd 1500. The guitar is spotless. The build is impeccable. It just plays like a dream. It came set up like this. The action is just ridiculously low. I've got the original strings on here that it came with, 42 gauge, and it's a bit slack. And I bought this guitar because I wanted to put it in drop C, so I wanted kind of basically the tone of the KVMG, but without the hassle of the V. So although I bought this guitar to drop it to drop C, I've not done it yet, and that is because I don't really want to mess with it because it just plays that great. Could do with a 46 or a 48 obviously on there, but apart from that, it plays amazing, it sounds amazing, absolutely love it. Locking tuners on there. I just adore this guitar. Okay, everything about it, the way it plays, the way it feels, it stays in tune obviously. It's just, you know, it's my favourite guitar I've ever owned for sure, and for that reason I hardly want to touch it, if I'm honest. But yeah, absolutely love it, great guitar. Those retail at the moment around the 1,900 if you're lucky. You can pick one up about 1,900. If you are interested in buying any guitars, or any gear, please check out my Toman affiliate link down there below in the description. Anytime you go through that link, search for anything, it helps me out at this end. And obviously buying things like guitars at this price helps me out more than just buying a pedal that's like 40 quid. Right, the next guitar here came before the SL2 MG. This is a Jackson SL2 DX. It's an American series. The only difference really between this series and the SL2 MGs are that it has Seymour Duncans and it has a JB and a 59, excuse me. Again, classic metal pickups. The guitar sounds great. It sounds less gainy than the MG guitar. It plays great. It does feel slightly different to the SL2 MG, but you can tell it's the same guitar, but it's not exactly the same guitar because it's a different guitar, if you know what I mean, but it's the same model. So it plays quite different, feels quite different. Black, you know, satin black. It's got quite a unique look on the board there. I'm pretty sure that they put on a virtuoso bit of wood there. The virtuosos have this, that's a dinky obviously, has the different type of ebony board that's kind of grained and it's stripy. I forgot what it's called, like that, and it's weird that this guitar has that because the other SL2s don't, so it's quite unique. This guitar was sent to me on loan by Jackson over here in the UK to demo for you guys, and I absolutely love it. I've fallen in love with it. I play this guitar more than any other guitar in the room at the moment. I probably will play the SL2 MG more, but I just want to keep it new. It's just gorgeous, that guitar, so I don't want to... I've kind of got a bit of OCD with new guitars. This one gets a bit more hammer. I've changed the strings on this, kept this in drop D. I've got 46 10s on it. I had to put an extra spring on the trem and everything to give it a bit of a tweak of the setup, the action and everything. But yeah, plays absolutely great, love it. And it's a different take on the other SL2 over there. This one, you can pick it up about the 2,000, again. If you're really lucky, you'll probably get £1,900. Great guitar, and I think we'll talk a minute about, at the end of the video, about the price of guitars and how some guitars cost more than others and is it worth it. But for me, great guitar, absolutely love it. Moving on here, this is another 2025 guitar from the guys at Fender, obviously Fender owned Jackson Charvel. This is a Charvel San Dimas Pro Mod Pro Plus. Pro Plus, Pro Mod, whatever. Yeah, and basically what this is like, it's kept the San Dimas body shape and everything, which we love, or I love. It's kind of tweaked it a bit. We've got the caramelized maple neck on the back. We haven't got stainless steel frets or anything like that. We do have on the Jackson. We've got a JB and a 59 Floyd 1500, so that's an upgrade from the regular Dimas. It's in white. I love white Charvels. I'm a big sucker for white Charvels and neon Charvels, you know, like the 80s pink, neon pinks and neon yellows and stuff. I think we could do some more of those. But yeah, great guitar, absolutely love it. Stays in tune like a dream, plays like a dream. The only tweak I made from factory setup was lowering the bridge a touch, you know, a couple of mils, and then it just played absolutely fantastic. I can't remember whether I did a turn on the truss. I think I might have done a turn on the truss as well. But great guitar. It sounds awesome, feels awesome. The board is kind of rolled around, and the neck is like, basically, when you get a, to me it's like the DK24 shaped neck on the Charvels rather than the regular Dimas, which is a bit of a fat neck. It's more shreddy, basically. It's a more shreddy Dimas. Got the cutaway on the back there and everything. This guitar, guys, is a steal. £1,000. Very solid guitar for the money. You know, it's a shame it's not a neck through for me, because I just prefer neck throughs. I think I'll spot on the guitar there. They might not want this one back, hopefully. Yeah, so it's a great guitar, up high. The access is great with that cutaway, but for me, I'm a neck through player. I wonder if one day, the Mexican factory doesn't do neck through models, but I wonder if one day they will do a neck through Charvel, because that would be just about perfect for me. So absolutely love the guitar. That guitar's super comfortable to play because of the body shape. Moving on here, I'm going to get another guitar that's not a Jackson, this time with or a Fender related guitar, should I say. This here is the PRS. It's very dusty. Wow, how did I let that get so dusty? This is a PRS S2 2408. What a guitar this is, guys. Absolutely fantastic guitar. Over here at the moment in the UK, £1,700-ish, which is a bit of a steal. It's an American-made guitar. It feels just impeccable. The build quality, the quality control, everything. It's as good build quality-wise as my American series Jacksons. It's flawless. It's great. I don't even really... Red guitars are not for me, but the guitar looks classy. It looks expensive. It feels great, it plays great, it sounds great. It's kind of like, it's got its own tone, but it's kind of, I'd say, in the ballpark of like a JB type tone. It's got its own pickups. There's 8 different pickup selections you can have, and one thing I will say is that PRS guitars, when they started getting in touch with me earlier in the year, I don't know why it's so dusty, I only just played it like 3 days ago. Yeah, when PRS guitars started getting in touch with me, and we were making contact and talking about guitars and stuff, they kind of saved my guitar playing a bit. And I'll be always eternally grateful to PRS for doing that, because I was stuck in a rut with the same metal riffs, the same tones, the same style of playing, and I got stuck in this rut doing YouTube videos like you kind of do when you're just doing demos for amps and stuff. And when I started getting PRS guitars in my hand, I started spending a lot of time on the clean channel. So when I pick up a PRS, I spend 50%, and this is no lie, 50% of my time on the clean channel, just chilling out. And I'd not touched the clean channel. Like usually when I was playing guitar before PRS started sending me guitars, I was hardly touching the clean channel at all, you know. And my actual heritage, or is it called heritage? What do you call it when... you know, when you first start out, influence, whatever, back in the day, my influence, it all came from blues. So before I discovered metal when I was a young lad, you know, like early teens, I was listening to Gary Moore and Clapton, B.B. King, Robert Johnson, people like that on like a radio channel. And blues was a massive influence for me, and I was listening to those guys before metal, and it was like when PRS sent me guitars, they make me play differently. And this is why it's really, really super important for me to always have a guitar like this that's a bit more classic in my collection somewhere, or at least in this room somewhere, just to refresh me. You know, you can play 25.5 inch scale shreddy guitars all day long, and I love them all, especially when you've got them all in different tunings and stuff. It's so much fun, but sometimes I just need something to go back to my roots and pick something up that's a bit more classic feel, that makes you play a bit differently. So yeah, set neck, made in the USA. I won't go on about it too much, but yeah, eternally grateful for PRS. And like I say, they changed the way I played a bit, and you know, whenever I need a bit of a refresh, probably every week or so now, I will make myself pick up the PRS and just sit in the living room unplugged, because they're really resonant, nice guitars. I'll sit in there, I'll play them, and it makes me play a bit differently and keep things fresh, find a new route on the fretboard or whatever, a new riff, a new style. So yeah, absolutely love that guitar, and I've loved all the PRS guitars on the channel. Hopefully I'll be getting some more soon. Really want to try a single cut, and also the McCarthy 594 and the Floyd equipped Custom 24 were both great guitars, and I missed those two so much. I wish I could have kept those guitars, to be honest. Right, here we have another Jackson. This is a DK2. This guitar has been featured on the channel way more than any other guitar. Like, it's been on here so many times and in so many videos, and the reason for that is because tone-wise, riffing out for metal, it's a very tight, clear, heavy sounding guitar. The neck is really thin and flat. It's a bit thinner and flatter than my other Jacksons. I absolutely love the way it looks, the green glow ash as it's called, and the green pickups and everything. I made a few mods to the trem from a 1000. I've kind of converted it to the titanium, the screw, so it's not a 1500. It's somewhere in between a 1500, I guess, now, and an original or whatever. But yeah, great guitar. I love the embossed logo on there. I had the Loomis Kelly on here, similar looking guitar with the sandblasted ash look on it, and I absolutely love that guitar. I had to send it back, it was a loan guitar, but loved it. I'm really hoping that one day Jeff and Jackson will bring out a guitar that is like a soloist, but also, you know, with the sandblasted top like the Loomis, but in a 6-string version. He's got a 7-string version out. I think it looks great, and if that was a 6-string version, I would most definitely get in touch with Jackson straight away and get one on the channel. But yeah, this guitar is great. It's been in the most videos on this channel, more than any other guitar, for a reason, and that is it's super comfortable to play. Although it looks like a super shreddy guitar and is a super shreddy guitar, it doesn't inspire me to shred like the soloists do, if you want to call it that. It just kind of, it's a riffy out guitar, a recording guitar for me, and it's great for demos, and I absolutely love it. And it's been probably my favourite guitar on to own ever until the American series guitars turned up. So super great, awesome guitar there. The next guitar over here, guys, is one to talk about. It's absolutely awesome. So I used to own 3 Schecters. This is the SLS Evil Twin C1. I've also had the Solo 2, which is also an Evil Twin series guitar, and the E1 as well. I don't have those 2 guitars anymore. I decided to sell them on. And there's a reason behind that. Should I talk about this even? What's the question? I might edit this out later. If there's a blip in the video, then I've edited something out. But basically, this guitar was the last guitar that I purchased direct from Schecter Guitars UK. I absolutely love this guitar. I absolutely love the artist relation at Schecter Guitars UK. He's a great guy. I've known him a long time. This guitar is fast as hell. I still say that the Schecter Ultra Thin C neck, especially when it's got a satin finish on like this, is one of, if not the most fastest and comfortable necks that I've ever played in my life. Tone wise, because of the thin body, it's not quite as big sounding as, say, like a Jackson Soloist or Dinky, but it's a very shreddy, super comfortable guitar to play. Has a Sustainiac on there, which is so much fun, loads of fun. However, after a while, whenever I get a Sustainiac, I always do think, I wish I just had a great neck pickup instead, because although it's loads of fun, when you switch to it for just a normal neck pickup tone, it goes to single coil, and I'm not really a single coil man, to be honest. The Fishman Fluence in here sounds awesome. This guitar will be dropped soon to drop B. It's in drop C. It sounds great, but I want to know what the Fishmans sound like in drop B, because I think that's where they excel the most. It's a great guitar, and I absolutely love it. The story behind me getting rid of the other 2 Schecters, Evil Twins, even though they're great guitars, was basically... So, cut a long story short, I was doing loads of demos for Schecter, loads of them for Schecter UK, to the point where I was probably doing one a month, and I was super busy doing them, never got paid to do a demo or anything like that. And I had bought 2 guitars off them at a discount rate, obviously, and I had this one on order. And then the Schecter Syngates distressed model, you know, which is basically like a, what do you call it? It's a relict Singate's model. Arrived, I absolutely loved it. I realised then that the Avenger body shape, as ugly as it is, really suited me. It's great stood up on the strap, balance is great, kind of similar to the King V. Feel-wise, but it also had a super thick body, so the tone was great. And it had a thin neck, satin finish, and I just, there was something about the Singate's Custom S and the Avengers as well, because I've played those since now, that feels right for me when I'm playing. Super comfortable, stood up and sat down, which is awesome. And I was that happy with that guitar that I got in touch with Schecter and said, look, you know, I've demoed this guitar, can I have one to keep for the channel? And because it's a guitar that I like, I will definitely promote it on the channel and use it a lot, because basically I use guitars that I like, you know. So the guitars that you see me with all the time on the channel, i.e. the PRS, the Jackson, and basically all the guitars that I've just gone through behind me, the ones you see a lot on the channel I'm using a lot, I'm using them because I want to, because I like them. No other reason, you know. So that guitar would have definitely got used a lot. And they were great with it, and they said, yeah, we'll send you one out when we get one, but it's out of stock. Okay, so basically, this went on and on and on and on for months, and I kept checking, you know, because I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want them all to go out to stores and me not get the one that I wanted for the channel and miss out. So I kept doing demos for Schecter, and I worked harder for Schecter than any other brand, and the reason I always say that is because they would send me a guitar sometimes, I'd only have it for 2 weeks, and when you're working as well, and you've got to get an unboxing done, that's a day's work, and you've got to get it edited and out, and then you've got to get a playthrough done, that's another day's work. It's hard to fit it in with your regular job and other demos that you're doing for other brands as well, that sometimes are paid demos. So it was really hard. I worked my ass off, sometimes full of colds, feeling ill, and I felt like the loyalty was going to get repaid eventually, because they were going to send me this guitar, you know, which was out of stock, the Singates, and basically this went on for months and months and months, to the point where I thought, something's not right here, because I've seen the guitar come into stock over here in the UK. The store's got it. I've seen other YouTubers get given this guitar. So I was like, something's not right here. So I kept emailing, because when you're emailing somebody at a brand, your emails get lost. You know, they're getting that many from different people, different YouTubers, different guitarists, different artists. The emails get buried, you know, they might come in on the morning, there might be 1,000 emails landed that night. So I totally get it, so I just kept emailing, and, you know, I went from being in touch with the marketing guy on basically a monthly basis, with him emailing me, not me chasing him, you know, it was 50-50. I went from that kind of relationship to a relationship where suddenly he wasn't answering any emails. Now, it just so happens that when he stopped answering any emails, that I had no lone Schecters here. They'd all gone back. Now, it could be a coincidence, but I find it odd that all the Schecters had gone back to Schecterland, right, in the UK, and then suddenly I was getting ignored. It's like, well, I don't have anything of yours anymore. So I felt pretty low, to be honest, to the point where I almost quit the channel, because I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I could be at work in my regular day job. I've done all this promotion for this brand who I thought were pretty loyal and I really liked, and now I'm not even good enough or fit enough to get a reply. So yeah, and I just thought it was weird that the moment that they said you can have a complimentary guitar and agreed to it, and also the same time when all the guitars had gone back, that they just stopped being in touch. So I think this happened before, to be honest. Another brand did the same to me. Chapman Guitar did the same, promised me a guitar, gave it to someone else. And it's pretty bad, because I'm a loyal person, whether it's to a person or a brand or whatever. I'm pretty loyal. You know, my loyalty's earned though, and I felt like these brands these people at these brands had earned my trust and my loyalty just like I'd earned theirs. And then I just got thrown in the bin, basically. So that's it. That's a long story short. Schecter Guitars were going to send me a guitar out as soon as all the loan guitars had gone back. It's a funny coincidence, but they stopped seeing my emails, and I felt like I've been thrown in the bin, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know whether I'll keep that guitar forever, because with me what it is I don't know whether I want to promote a brand that, I don't know whether I want to promote a brand that's treated me like that, is what I'm saying. Even though this is nothing to do with Schecter USA, this is only Schecter over here in the UK, the distributor. So Schecter USA, you know, won't even know about this. It's nothing to do with them. My artist relation at Schecter UK is awesome. Top sound bloke. Same with the setup guy, but I don't know what happened with the marketing guy. But it's not great. Right, I'm going to go over there and get another guitar and try and cheer myself up, because that is something that I was in two minds whether to talk about. I didn't really want to talk about it, but it's kind of come up as I'm just doing this video off the cuff, kind of almost live. So, you know, it is what it is. I like to keep the channel real. I try not to edit out too much stuff, unless I make a massive mistake, obviously, then that's straight out. But yeah, it's not something I wanted to talk about, but I have done anyway for some reason. I was going to talk about the guitar, move on, but I've got going and that's it. Got treated like shit, so that's that. Right, this guitar here, guys, another PRS. This is the 2408. It's an SE version of the S2 over there. And I did a comparison video between the two. It didn't get many views, actually. I was really surprised it didn't get many views, because it deserved more views than it got. This guitar is awesome. For me, PRS SEs, they're made in Indonesia. PRS have their own factory. The build quality is absolutely impeccable. It's awesome. And when you buy another guitar from another brand from Indonesia, I'm not convinced that it is made as well as a PRS SE. We'll see. You know, because PRS have their own factory. It's a Cork factory that's dedicated just to PRS. So they have their own ways in there. The other Cork factory makes a lot of guitars and fires them out. So it's a bit different. I've had great Indonesian guitars. A Schecter actually was awesome from, I believe, the Indonesian Cork factory, if they're made there, or is it the Samick factory? I don't know. But either way, the SEs are great. The build quality is impeccable. And I absolutely love this guitar. It's covered in dust. It's, God, what's going on in this room? I think I've acted up the other day and I think I've kicked up a lot of dust. But this guitar here is a guitar that I often, it's over there on the stand near the window, because what I do is I pick this guitar up on my way out and take it into the living room. I sit with this guitar, hang with this guitar a lot in the living room, and I get it through a wireless system, through my Black Star little practice amp in there. And it's an awesome guitar, sounds great, plays great, never lets me down, tuning stability is great. And again, it's one of those guitars that will refresh me when I need a refresh and I need to play something to give me a fresh vibe. Either of these, the S2 version or the SE 2408, seem to do that. So yeah, great guitar, looks awesome. I don't like blue guitars either, by the way, guys. Blue and red are not my colours for guitars, but I do love these. And the top obviously matches on the headstock with the body, which I think looks great. And everybody who comes in here and sees this guitar points this one out. I always like to ask people who don't know anything about guitars, that just happen to come in this room visiting or whatever, if they poke their nose in, I always say, which guitar's your favourite in here? You know, which looks the best, which do you think's the most expensive? And the amount of times that somebody's picked this as the favourite or the most expensive looking is insane to me, because I know obviously the prices. But yeah, so that's testament to PRS and how good they are. I'm going to now go and get, there's a guitar over here boxed up that needs mentioning. This will be the final guitar, guys, if you're still even watching. Whoops, that's that one dinged. No, it's not really. Yeah, so if you're watching still, then one, I appreciate your attention, and also I appreciate the fact that you are probably bored to tears right now, especially since you're looking at a camera or a screen and there's not even anything like it at all apart from a chair and a few amps. Right, I'm coming back, guys. So this guitar here needs talking about. This is a Dean Zero Fluence, okay? Now, it's ridiculously light, this guitar, ridiculously light, and on a strap, like all Deans, it sits up beautiful. Not got a strap at the minute to prove this, but it just sits up like that. You know, as far as if you're looking for an Explorer type, a more pointy, modern looking Explorer, I just go with this because it's an absolutely great guitar. The tuning stability is solid as a rock. I had a Schecter E1 and a Schecter Solo 2 in the room with this guitar where temperature was changing a lot, and this was the guitar that stayed in tune out of them all, and this one is also the cheapest, about 800, 900 quid. Don't think you can get hold of them in the UK at the moment, but you can get them in the US. I wish it had a neck pickup. It doesn't. I miss that a bit. Whenever I get a single hum guitar, I always miss the neck pickup, even though I think I don't need one. It's a fantastic guitar, stainless steel frets, nothing too flash about it. It just does its job. And out of all the guitars that I've ever owned with a Fishman Fluence in, so far, this one has the best tone and sounds the best. So yeah, great guitar, super light, feels great on the strap. This one came out to me as a gift from Dean Guitars over in the USA, so I fully appreciate that that's cost them to get this guitar over to me, but that's why it sits in the background a lot, try and get in as many videos as I can for the guys at Dean Guitars. But yeah, awesome guitar, and definitely worth checking out for Explorer fans. Right, thank you very much guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this guitar tour. Sorry about the negativity that landed in the middle of the video. I just felt that it was worth talking about because obviously all these guitars that are in this video today mean something to me, or they wouldn't be in the video. This is a guitar tour about the best guitars in this room right now. And the reason these have got a mention is because they all play great, feel great, and mean something to me. So I would say that any guitars that I've reviewed in this video are guitars that I would recommend. Excuse me. Are definitely guitars that I would recommend buying if you're looking at buying them. None of them are really cheap. The one thing I want to say before I get off and disappear in this video is that it cannot be a coincidence that my favourite guitars in this room right now are the 3 most expensive guitars. Okay, now I know I try and push a lot of affordable brands, pedals, amps, guitars. I want to see you guys get something awesome for your money. That's what the channel's based on, that's what it's about. I believe that for 2K or 1,700 like the PRS there, that these two Jacksons and that PRS are great value for money. They are also the best 3 guitars in the room. They're the best made, they have the best build quality, and also the best QC. Arguably, tone-wise and sound-wise, they definitely feel smoother and play better out of the box. Is the tone better than other guitars that are cheaper with the same pickup? I don't know about that, but one thing I do know is that those are my 3 favourite guitars. So what I will say is, it doesn't matter how much you spend on a guitar. It's great you can get an affordable guitar that's awesome, like a lot of guitars that have been on the channel, like Spirit guitars, for instance, that are not appeared in this video. And there's a Donna guitar I had on the other week, which was an awesome guitar for the money. It was less than 200 quid. I think it's awesome you can get guitars like that, but it can't be a coincidence that my 3 favourite guitars that I've ever had on the channel are pretty expensive. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I've been Neil 9 Corners, and I'll see you all very soon. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and give me a comment below. Give me your opinion on all the guitars in the video and let me know which is your favourite. Thanks very much for watching. See you all soon.